Hey, I had a little bit of a measles scare, okay? I went back, in fact, when Lewis was up in Massachusetts, I went to Massachusetts for part of it. And when I was up there, I saw a news story about how there has been a confirmed Massachusetts measles case, and it's a whole crazy thing, and 300 different people who were in contact with the patient at the hospital have to be screened, they're at risk. And then I go over to my mom's house, and she says, hey, you know what's crazy? Um, I have a contact. I won't say anything else just to try to keep as few personal details as possible. And I was talking to them, and they had just come back from a trip overseas, and they said how they've been feeling really sick, cold-like symptoms, and flu-like symptoms, also vomiting, and it just lasted like 10 days. And I said to them, you know, it's pretty clearly not just a cold. You should really go get checked out. Turns out she has measles now, and she's at the exact same hospital that the news was reporting. And I said, Mom, you realize this is all over the news. It's like on every local media outlet. They're warning people. They're saying anyone who's been in touch with her. And my mom says, I've been in touch with her. I mean, I was standing right next to her when she was telling me about all of these symptoms. And then I said, well, how long ago was this? And my mom says, oh, it was like a few days ago. Then I had been around my mom for days at this point. So I called my doctor and confirmed what my status was with the MMR vaccine. I am fully up to date, Lewis. You will be glad to know, with my MMR vaccine. My mom is considered immune. She had measles when she was younger and was born before 1957, both of which designate that you are basically considered immune. And it's been now something like 10 or 12 days. So I think I'm in the clear. But for a short period of time, I started getting really itchy. The mind is a very powerful thing, Lewis. And often with measles, the first symptom can be a rash. And I was convinced that my entire body was breaking out in hives. And turns out it was nothing.
Yeah, I would be freaking out too. That's certainly would have been quite the situation.
Yeah, no question about it. I also had at one point, I'm very suggestible. I had a tick bite, and the tick was on me like an hour, right? And they say in general, 24 to 48 hours of tick attachment is what's typically there when you get Lyme disease. I was convinced. I started getting headaches. My joints hurt, which are also things that can happen with Lyme disease. But it was all completely fabricated. I'm just very susceptible, Lewis, to that type of thing.
You're not alone. I think a lot of people are. Like you said, the mind is capable of incredible things.